Alright, first and foremost, I want to say Kalalal Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash, the bonus in to the elders and apostles of Crimson Stone, and salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. And the brother Yahya from James Kings in Jamaica camp, here once again with a quick lesson. Einstein once made a quote, which as you can see on the screen, which states, I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Right? Now, I'm talking about the group, the GMS, right? The prophets of the Heavenly Father, right? We know with what weapons World War III will be fought with, right? And we know the impacts of it. And this quote made by Einstein is according to prophecy. Now, the elders pretty much was doing a lesson. They did the lesson yesterday on the day of atonement, and they have been bringing out a lot of gems and a lot of things that they have said. They can basically go into it and bring out some scriptures on. So that is what I'm taking the opportunity to do. So they made a reference to that quote. So I decided to go into it and bring out the scriptures that makes the exact references. So let's just back this video up a bit and hear what the elders are saying, and then go into some precept to further expound on the point of World War III, the effects of World War III, and what does it mean for us as Israelites, right? So let's get it. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
Classes many years ago. Revelation 9 and 12, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Right.
So what are the two woes? World War II and then World War III.
Right.
There won't be a World War IV. Why?
Right. Because that war will be fought with sticks and stones.
Exactly.
You know, I forget who said that.
Yeah.
I know you brother. Somebody has said that.
Plus,
before.
I think I forgot.
The scientist.
With
the crazy
Einstein.
Einstein.
Yeah.
Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
You apostles always brought that out.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein said that after the Third World War, there will be no other war because the next war to be fought will be fought with sticks and stones. In other words, everything will be turned back to the ancient world because.
Well, really, the real reason is nations shall learn war no more.
Yeah.
There won't be no need for it because Yahushua will be in power.
That's the real reason.
All right, man. So, nations shall learn war no more. And right now, as you can see in prophecy, that is what we're leading up to, right? When you jump to the book of Joel chapter 3, let's see if, let's see, Joel chapter 3, verse 9, it says, proclaim this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that is what's happening now. All the men of war are drawing near. When you look at the preparation and the expenditures of all of these nations, the expenditures are mainly geared to war, right? To developing military capabilities, training their military to become more and more advanced, right? They are investing more and more in military technologies, biological weapons, all of those things. So it says prepare war. So that's what they're doing. They're preparing for war. So it says wake up the mighty men. They are being woken up. You know, all of these men that are in the military, they are what you would call mighty men. They have been trained in the art of inflicting damage, right? So it says, let all the men of war draw near, right? Let them come up. Let them come up to what? Right? Come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. That is over there in the Middle East, right? So that is why you can see a majority of the conflicts them is being brewed over there in the Middle East, man. Right? So that is where the war is going to take place. It said, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. The plowshares and pruning hooks are what you would call farm tools to cultivate with, you know, but they are beating them what? Into weapons, to weapons of war, because war is being brewed, right? When you jump to the book of Ezekiel chapter, you see, Ezekiel chapter 21, right? Just to support what that precept is saying. Ezekiel, da 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 dee. My bad, bear with my brothers. Alright, Ezekiel 21, verse 9, it says what? It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Right? Those are those nuclear weapons, those thermonuclear warfares. You know, all of those weaponry that Esau is invested in. Right? It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make merge? Should the world be in a state of, happy-go-lucky mindset? Should we be in a state of, live it up, right? Well, if you don't care about salvation, yes, you can do whatever you want to do, but if you care about salvation, you should be in a state of being solemn, serious mindset, focus on the coming of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, right? Focus on deliverance from the thermonuclear fire that is to come, that great plague that is written in the scriptures, right? That is what you're supposed to be focused on, right? So it says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, right? And he had given it to be sharpened, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Who's the slayer? The so-called white man. He's the one that the earth is pretty much being plundered and abused by. You understand? So that is what is going to come, man. You see me? That thermonuclear warfare. You see me? So jumping from there back to Joel chapter 3, verse 9, it said, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Let the weak say I am strong. All of these nations that was once considered weak, they are basically stirring up their manly vigor for war, right? Because you have nations, they call it Burkina Faso over there in Africa, right? They are saying right now that they don't want no assistance nor handout from France. See me? So they are stirring up their manly vigor to fight for what you would consider for them to be right, Turkey forming an alliance with Russia, all of these things are happening, man. The manly vigor of these nations is being stirred up to go for war, War, them want war. Everybody want war. You see me? Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come. It says all ye heathen. So they must assemble themselves. Just make reference to the president of I'm mispronouncing it. Burkina Faso, Zin, in pretty much theme outfit is a military apparel, man. You see me? It says, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat, for there will I set to judge all the heathen round about. Right? Put ye in the sickle, right? For the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Understand? So the harvest, because all of this is a sacrifice, it's a sacrifice that the Lord has prepared. So their bloods shall be the sacrifice for the cleansing of the earth, man. Understand? The earth is going to be cleansed because this nuclear warfare that is coming forth is going to cause such a sore slaughter that massive amount of deaths, man. It's going to be, it's a scripture referring to the book of Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 is like the earth is going to be as pitched. America is going to go up in smokes. That's why when you jump to the book of it's like I'm kind of going a bit fast, try to slow it down a bit. Book of Revelation 18, right? It says what? And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful birds. That is talking about birds of the wilderness, right? So it's going to be cleansed by fire. See, for all nations have drunk of the wine of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." So, same time while America is going to be destroyed, and a majority of these other nations are going to be burnt up, right? It's going to be the same time of the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel, right? By the chariots, the deliverance by the chariots, man. See, so it says, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." That plague is talking about the thermonuclear fire, right? That is the weapon that is going to cleanse the earth, man. You understand? So it's going to be hand in hand deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel by the chariots, and the destruction of America by the thermonuclear fire. Understand? It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God had remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow gave her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." So America is going to be burned, man. You understand? America is going to be burned by this thermonuclear fire. You can read the book of Isaiah 34 where it lays out the description of what America will be like in the days to come due to the Third World War. Man. You understand? A lot of other nations as well is going to be burned up, but not to the degree that America is going to be burned up in. Scripture tells you the islands of the sea shall move, You understand? So a lot of destruction is coming due to these thermonuclear warfare. You understand? Due to World War III, a lot of death is coming up on the earth, man, due to World War III. You know, that is what's going to come. But guess what? It means the salvation and deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? That's what it means. Let me jump from there to the book of, let's see. Daddy, so I can bear with me. All right, good. So after the destruction, right, and our deliverance, then the kingdom of heaven will be set up on earth. You understand? That is when the nation of Israel is going to be set up and established as the ruling class upon earth. When you read the book of Revelation 21, starting verse 1, it says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth." The word new pretty much means refreshed, right? So everything will be refreshed, right? Due to that cleansing, as the elders them say a while ago in the video. "For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, right, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." So war now come no more. So you can see where you can see the prophetic inspiration of what Albert Einstein said, because he said he does not know what weapons which World War III, which World War III will be fought with, but he can assure you that World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, and that's according to prophecy, because there will be no more war after this Third World War. Because scripture says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes," right? So we state of affliction will be no more. Our state of affliction will be completed, you know, and there shall be no more death, because we're going to be living forever. You know, we're going to be living in peace with our glorious bodies. You know, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. So no more pain. We're not in a anguish. A ball about knee pain. As young as me is me a ball about knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, right? So none of that now gonna happen no more, man. We are going to be in peace. We're going to have our full health. We're going to be able to grow and see the development of our children. You know, have wives that loves us and want to please us entirely and wholly, right? For the former things are passed away. So all of the things that we're facing as affliction upon the earth right now, right, is going to be passed away. We're not gonna have any more heartbreak from women, you know, doing things unseemly, you know, and are unwelcome. You know, we're not gonna have taxes, a liquid left, right, and center, dig out with paycheck. We're not gonna have um, loved ones dying, you know, brutally at times. We're not gonna have any more of that, man. We're not gonna have any more backbiting friends. You know, we're not gonna have the brothers killing one another. You know, the curses will be lifted, man. You see me? Completely and utterly. The laws of the Heavenly Father will be implemented within our heart. We're gonna live righteously. You understand? For the former things are passed away. Right? So that is what we're going into, man. You know? Jumping from there to the book of Isaiah chapter 2. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. So this is the state that we're going to be in, because there will be no more war. You know, there will be no more war, as the elder said it a while ago. The war is going to come in this dispensation of time. And after this third world war, the nation of Israel will be established. You understand? Before me forget this, let me see if I can get in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse yes, here it is. See, because the downfall of Edom is the elevation or exaltation of the nation of Israel, right? Being put in their rightful place of power and rulership. You understand? Judgment shall proceed from the nation of Israel, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse, I start at verse verse 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or what or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow it? Right? The end of the first. Right? The former things shall pass away. Understand? And the beginning of it that follow it. Right? The beginning of it that follow it. The ruling class of the nation of Israel is going to be established over all the earth. All nations is going to fall under the dominion of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, the apostles, and the nation of Israel, the 144 elect members of the nation of Israel. Right? It says, and he, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is the end of the world, right? So right now Esau is the one in rulership. Scripture says, I've given him the hands I've given the earth in the Job chapter 9 verse 24. In the earth is given in the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Where and who is he? Right? The wicked is talking about Esau. Right? So he's the one ruling right now. He's the one spreading his level of wickedness upon the earth. So it says what? It says, for Esau is the end of the world. Esau is the end of this time. I just did a lesson a while ago about the meaning of the word world. The three different Greek word that was translated to world, right? So the word world means, one of the meaning, according to the Greek, is eon, which means a period or age, period of time or age. So Esau is the end of this period of time, right? Esau is the one that has been numbered, right? In rule is coming into check right now, right? So this is the end of his rule. When Third World War come and the Son of the Heavenly Father come and put him down, right? Then will be the end of this time. So Esau is the end of the world. and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. I mean, so Jacob will be set up. The nation of Israel will be set up. Understand? It says, I answered and said, no, sucker, verse 10, the hand of him is betwixt, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question Ezra's asked, thou not. Right? So that is what's going to happen. Now, after Israel is established, right? You can get that in the book of Isaiah chapter 4. Right? Isaiah chapter 2. It says, the word of Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Right? So the word mountain is in representation of the government. Understand? The harmonious arrangement of the nation of Israel, that government of the nation of Israel. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations